Let's start off our day with something wonderful, or hear a story about someone being marvelous. Let's make today Wonderlous. This is the show that gives you a daily dose of happy, uplifting, positive, feel-good stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderless News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. All right, our first segment is an alligator found with its mouth taped shut is rescued. I mean, just reading that, the alligator's mouth was taped shut? What the heck is going on? So this is a 5-foot alligator. It was found in Florida, of course. Where else would it be found? And its mouth was taped shut. Now, actually, they saw it with its mouth taped shut, and they tried to get it. They couldn't get it, so it took a couple of days for them to finally get it and capture it so they could get the tape off, which they did. But just crazy. So they found the alligator, taped up mouth, got it out, rescued it, ended up getting rid of the tape, of course, and then they were able to place it in like an alligator. What is it, like a retention pond community? What is it called? I don't know. An alligator home, an alligator farm. They call it a gator farm, right? Of course, it's a gator farm. But I was blown. First of all, I'm happy that they were able to save the alligator and get its mouth untaped, which is crazy because, alligators, they have to eat and they eat with their mouth. So I don't know how long this alligator had its mouth taped up, but crazy that this happened and just interesting. They think that maybe that someone was trying to capture it and they had tied its mouth up. And they were maybe going to take it home, sell it. I don't know, whatever they do with alligators that are 5 feet long. I'm not going to touch one. But maybe it escaped, got out, got back in the water. They couldn't get it. And then, of course, the local authorities saw that it was the mouth was taped up, so they rescued it. Wow. It just, again, alligators can survive for a pretty good amount of time without food. But, I mean, you still got to eat at some point. So, it looks like they got it safe. It's an alligator farm. It's recovering and probably released into the wild at some point. So great story. Police save elderly woman from a burning home in Georgia. I mean, come on. What's up with all these fires, guys? But like on Wonderless News, it's a happy story. She was saved. She was saved by the police officers in Georgia. They rushed over. They saw the smoke-filled home. They broke the window, they jumped into the house, and they helped to save this lady and got her out safely with, minimal injuries. Minor injuries is what she suffered from. The police were not injured. They captured a lot of it on body cam, so you could see the police officers, rushing into the house and saving her, which is great. But again, burning building, lady stuck in there and rescued by police. Good job, police officers there in Georgia. Again, what's with all the fires? Come on, we don't need fires in houses. And you don't need to be stuck in your house with a fire. Get out. What's up? Where are the smoke detectors? Where are the exits? I thought everyone had an exit. Back door, front door, side door, whatever. My house has 3 exits. I wouldn't know which one to use. But anyways, she was saved, so that's great. She's home. She had a couple injuries, went to the hospital, but she's out safely. So hats off to the Georgia police there. Now it's time for the Wonderless moment of the day. That's right. And it is brought to you by our sponsor, Rise by Shaman Angelina. She has amazing handmade coastal jewelry. You can check out her site. The link to her website on Etsy is in the description of the show, whether it's the podcast that you're listening to or you're watching us on our YouTube channel. Click over there, check out her stuff, buy something fun, beautiful things. I mean, look, if you're a young lady and you're getting married, I think her necklaces are phenomenal and great for like a bridesmaid group, beautiful blue or green coastal jewelry. Sea glass on the coastal jewelry, all sterling silver. It's great stuff. So check it out. But this moment of the day is featuring sailing. So there's a sailboat in this. It's beautiful, nice music. Just check it out. Get into the water. Water is good for you. Here you go. I just, sailing. I love sailing. I love the ocean. I love the water. A sailboat, when that motor's off and the sails are up and it's just catching wind, it's pushing that boat through the water. All you can hear is the bow hitting the water, the waves crashing to the side, and it's moving through. You can hear the wind. You can hear the sail kind of moving a little bit. Do you know what I'm talking about? Love that. I love it. I used to sail. I lived in the Virgin Islands and got to be on work on a sailboat there. 52-foot catamaran sailboat. I was the first mate, and it was one of the best times of my life. I spent 6 to 8 months there doing that. Had never sailed before, ever, and fell in love with it. So maybe that little video or the sound of the music, if you didn't get a chance to see the video and the footage of the sailboat, kind of gave you something to be reinvigorated with. All right, well, there you go for that. Now, next segment, strangers become roommates through a program for the formerly incarcerated. I like this story. So these two guys, Tyler and Ascari. So Tyler and Ascari, both prisoners in jail, ended up becoming roommates and sharing a house in Oakland, California. Now, one of them or both of them was at San Quentin, which is up there in Northern California, and spent 20 plus years in jail. So a long time, over 2 decades. That's a really good chunk of your life. When they get out, there's this program called the Homecoming Project Program, which helps prisoners that are released from being incarcerated for a long period of time, helps them to sort of get acquainted and get conditioned for life after prison. And one of the parts of the program is to help set them up with roommates and housing. And they provide them with, different things as well, laptops, cell phones, the things that they need. This is a nonprofit that helps them. And, they ended up becoming roommates, and there's a video of them. They're just having a blast. I don't think they knew each other from what I can tell when they were in prison, but now they know each other. They're roommates, they're buddies. They're working the program, and they love this program that is provided them with the ability to get back into society and be re-engaged with society. I think they're both in construction. So oddly enough, they both are working in the construction industry, making money and living together in Oakland, California. And they said, look, this is a match made in heaven for us to be roommates. We get along great. And, it's inspiring to see that life after prison and after being incarcerated, you can get that second lease on life and make a difference. And they're really doing that. So great job for those guys. Now that brings us to the Wonderlous thought, which, look, if you have a story, send it to me and we'll talk about that in a second, but let's springboard off of this one. And my thought would be this, is that you don't know what life's going to bring. We all make decisions. Choices are made. And with choices come consequences, right? Good and bad. So you make good choices. Hopefully the good choices lead to, good things. And you make bad choices, and sometimes you end up paying the price. And these guys paid the price in jail. I don't know what they did, but that's not the point. The point is that they served their time, and they're free to live life and start again. And this program is helping them do that. But this thought is about, we need to really look at what choices we make and be willing to take accountability for them, right? I know that when I was younger, I didn't want to take accountability for the things I did that were wrong. And those decisions had consequences. And if I look back on those situations and those decisions I made when something didn't go the way I wanted it to, I made a decision that I probably shouldn't have made, that I realize now in hindsight, and I don't do it now, right? I don't make those same decisions that put me in a bad place where I suffered or where other people suffered because of something I decided to do. So I think it's important for us to look. You're going to make choices, and they're not all going to be right. We're going to mess up. We're going to be accountable or should be accountable for those. And then let's move on. Be accountable. Hopefully it's not as bad as going to prison, but let's just say, you wrong somebody, wrong a friend, a family member, a community member. You do something that hurts their feelings. Let's go there. Hopefully it's not physical harm, but you do something that you shouldn't have. Own up to it and move on. Own up to it, apologize, make amends, and move on. If we can all do that, maybe if we learn from those choices we made, then maybe we won't make those again, or we'll make them less frequently. And maybe the more of us that do that will benefit from learning from our mistakes, and those around us won't suffer as much either. Let's learn from our mistakes. Let's move on. Let's live a good life. Let's live a happy life. Let's live a wonderless life. Okay, so look, thanks again for one more. If you have a story, remember, send it to me. If you have a story, send it to me, video or photos, description of the story, your name or not your name, it's up to you. Send it to wonderlessnews@gmail.com. That's right there on the site. On the page there, on the video. And if you're on a podcast, you're listening to a podcast, and that's it, wonderlessnews@gmail.com. Send me your story. I'll read it here on the show. Look forward to it. Looking forward to all of your stories. In the meantime, thanks again for watching and listening. I'm Hoyt Christopher, and this is Wonderless News. Talk to you tomorrow.